What's up? Welcome back to the members only Shadow Through the Scripture Squadron. This is a exclusive video. A comment from Mia00. This is actually 3 months ago. I don't know how I didn't see this comment. I do check the channel members' comments all the time because you guys are a priority. So she says, I hope you and your family are doing very well, Master J. Thank you very much. I actually have 2 questions for you as a man and as a Scorpio. Question 1. Do you see your twin flame as to be your wife in the future? Question 2. If a Scorp has been sending songs with lyrics, does that demonstrate their feelings towards a person? Yes! Scorpios are weird like that. We definitely send music to people demonstrating our songs and our feelings. But question 1. Do I see my twin flame as my wife to be in the future? Actually, I see her as my wife already. That is my wife. That is my wife. I am 1,000,000% convinced that is my wife. And that is a big statement, because it's funny, if you asked me a year or 2 ago, I'd say I would never want to get married, because it sounds stupid. But now that I'm on the members only, I can talk a little bit more about my twin flame. You guys have not heard much about her. You just kind of hear, you guys just kind of hear the way she's affected me in small little things. But I've never actually talked about her and how I met her. My twin flame. She's younger than me. She's about 7 years younger than me. Just about on the dot, 7 years younger than me. Well, 7 is a cycle of life, so I'm in this idea, right? The more I evolve twin flame, the more mature twin flame. Of course, I'm older, but also definitely more spiritually advanced. But she is more intuitive. Definitely extremely intuitive. She has very high intuition, and she has a very high receptive female nature. But how I met her and why I see her as my wife, I actually treat her like my wife already. I've never told you guys how I've met her, but we're on members only, so I can go a little deeper into my life here. Just a little deeper. It was, let's see, just about a year ago now. Exactly a year ago I met her. I think almost exactly a year ago. Or about a year ago, I was about to go on vacation to Vietnam. Which is funny, I'm actually in Vietnam again right now. But about a year ago, I was doing another business, and I was wondering if I should stay home to do my business, or if I should go to Vietnam. Because you go to Vietnam, you just party. And I'm a priest, you know, I'm a, what they call shaman priest. So I do a lot of work in Vietnam. People come and see me. And before I was going, like 4 or 5 days before I was going on my trip, I was thinking of canceling it to get this money. Because a man needs money. And I was going to sleep. And I was like, higher self, God, please guide me on this situation. I'm not sure what to do. Should I stay home or should I go to Vietnam? And I think it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. I woke up in the middle of the night. And a voice in my head was like, you need to go to Vietnam. That you're gonna go meet your wife there. And then I fell back to sleep. Next night I went to sleep again. Like, so I should go to Vietnam. Wake up 3 or 4 in the morning again. 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. Just go to Vietnam, you're gonna meet your wife. And I was like, alright. Okay, guess I'm going to Vietnam. So I go to Vietnam and I'm there for like a month. And the last week that I'm there, I'm like partying. I'm like meeting a bunch of random chicks everywhere. I'm like, none of these girls are my wife. I'm like, what is this bullshit? But I know that my intuition, your intuition will never lie to you. Especially when you have what we call premonitions, if you are psychic or spiritually advanced. It will never, ever, ever deter you. It will never, ever do you wrong. These things, you hear these things for a reason. You hear your inner voice for a reason. So like a week before I'm about to leave, her mom and her brother actually come and visit me for an appointment and to do some healing work. And I'm telling her brother what to eat. I'm telling him what to do. And then her mom's like, oh, okay, he needs to eat this. And then she says my twin flame's name. She's like, she needs to eat, she can cook this for him. And I'm like, I hear her name. And I'm like, oh, I think that's my wife. So before I had ever saw her, and before I'd ever met her, you know, I kind of knew I was going to meet her anyway. And when her mom said her name, I was like, ooh, I think that's my wife. So even before I knew what she looked like, just from hearing her energy, and it just rung a bell. So next week, she comes back. Actually, her mom is like, can I bring my husband to come and see you? So next week, her mom And her whole family come to see me in Vietnam to have an appointment. And I see my twin flame. And when I see my twin flame, I see this silver cord connected between us. And I was like, whoa. I was like, what is this? I was like, I think this is what they call that twin flame thing. I think this is what they call that twin flame thing. I vaguely remember hearing about it, that twin flames are connected by a silver etheric cord. That they share the same oversoul and they are mirrors of each other. And then I did some work on her family, and I held her hand, and it was like, when I held her hand, I think some DNA activated in me. I'm not really sure what happened at the time, but that was like a shift in my whole life. When twin flames connect, and when twin flames meet each other, the twin flame phenomena is actually very rare. It's not you're not gonna see it in this lifetime. So it's actually very rare. You have to have a very high level of consciousness, really, and a high level of understanding, because you go through such high levels of emotional turmoil and healing. So it really isn't for everybody. I used to think twin flame was stupid and bullshit, but apparently I was wrong. So what happened? Yeah, I remember holding her hand because I was doing some energy reading on her, and I was like, what is this? A whole flurry of like DNA was activated in me, and then they left, and I was like, like, that girl, there's something up with that girl. And then the day before I left to Vietnam, I saw her again, and I was like, okay, there's something up with this girl. So we exchanged contact info, and we became friends after that. And I went back to America, and she lived in Asia. And that's what they call the honeymoon phase. So the honeymoon phase of the twin flame is extremely amplified. And then after that, you begin to trigger each other. So you begin to trigger each other, and you do all these certain things. And the first time we split up, was the birth of the Scorpio scriptures. So Jay, being his usual asshole self, I ghosted her, and I said some things to her, and I ghosted her, and then we just stopped talking for a couple months. And during that time, the idea for the Scorpio scriptures came. It came from me thinking about who is this girl and what makes her so interesting. Because what people don't realize is this connection it will show you the truth about life. And one of the truths about life is a woman's love is a driving force in a man's creativity and productivity. A woman's true love, it turns a man into something else. So as men want to be indomitable and masculine and manly, without a good woman by their side, without the right woman by their side, they really are not operating at their full potential. They say behind every man is a presence of a woman. And in the book Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, he talks about people like Abraham Lincoln and Napoleon Bonaparte, saying all of these men had a woman that was their true love, and whenever they got rid of that woman, they fell down, meaning they weren't as strong as they were before. And the reason behind this is because true love, especially the love of a woman, elevates a man to a level that is beyond the normal human capability. If you pay attention to my videos and how I make these videos and how they're so creative and what I'm talking about, I'm always in the flow state. And if you are a psychic or you're a real energy reader, you will be able to see the energy that is connected to me, and the energy that is connected to me is my twin flame. It is her endless love for me that has been the driving force for pretty much every video in the Scorpio scriptures. And most of the things about the Scorpio, the evolved Scorpio, all of these things that I talked to you about, she was the catalyst for these things, because I grew up with a wounded heart. I actually have a scar right near my heart chakra. So scars are energy blockages. And as I've met this woman, the scar has begun to fade, and my heart has begun to open more. So she has served as the love that has opened a Scorpio man's closed heart, and what I consider an ancestral curse, actually. So it's very deep. It is very deep. If you can look, or if you can hear, it is this woman's endless love that she has for me. That is pretty much my motivation to make videos. I'd still do it if she wasn't here, but it's different. And you can probably hear it in my voice, and you can probably understand. This is what real love is. A woman's real love is something that many men have never truly experienced. Because, especially when you're twin flames, you can feel it. Because a man makes love to a woman's body, but a woman makes love to a man's mind. And you can feel it. I can feel the love. Every single day I wake up, I can feel it, love. It's overwhelming, and it's pure from the heart, and it's only full of good intention, and it's super innocent, and it's super kind. So I see this woman as my wife in the future. Yes. Why is she not my wife now? Well, that's a lesson for the twin flames to understand. Why she's not my wife is because it's not the right time for us to get married. In the spiritual realm, we are already one. And what is just happening in the physical world is things are slowly catching up to the spiritual realm. So the reason why you get triggered so much, the reason why it hurts your ego and whatnot, is because the twin flame process is purifying you from the lower parts of your vessel, the parts of your ego, the parts of pride that should not be there. And the twin flame love is always going to be there. It is always going to be there. It is so strong. It is so deep. It is such a powerful connection that it is something. It is something very amazing. Life for me has been from a spiritual awakening to constant elevation and doing work. And the twin flame is like the extra cherry on top. She really is like the extra cherry on top in my life. She is great. What is she like? If you are listening. So what kind of woman is this like? Well, what kind of woman would Master J love? Because I'm very loud, but I'm also very calm and calculated. She is actually very, 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 very quiet. She's very, very shy, and she's very, very quiet. She's a Pisces moon and Pisces rising, with a Sagittarius sun, and a Scorpio Mars, and a Scorpio Venus. So she is actually like the exact opposite of my placements, which is the twin flame mirror. It is exactly the twin flame mirroring. So she does just sit there. Sometimes she will just sit there and she won't say anything. And she's very quiet. She just sits there and sits there. But all of her energy goes, most of her energy, to be honest, it goes to me. It is just a obsession of love with me. Because the woman's fibers are more refined to the spiritual plane. So they have better intuition, but they're also able to affect the spiritual world more. They are more naturally psychic. They're more naturally gifted. They're able to turn a man's sperm, spiritual essence, into the physical body through attraction. So the woman is much more powerful on a spiritual plane. She is more naturally attuned to it. That's why you see many women are more spiritual, because spirituality has to do with much of intuition, right? And the male brain is wired towards logic. So the male brain is wired toward logic. It's hard for people to like trust their feelings, right? You tell a guy to trust his feelings, and a stereotypical male, he's gonna, what am I, gay? What feelings? I don't need feelings, right? But spirituality is much deeper than that. It's a more intuitive thing. It's a knowing. So yeah, she has a very high intuitive nature, and she's very, very quiet. But with the Scorpio Mars, it gives her this tenacity. It gives her this tenacity. So I watch her and I move her. A lot of videos you hear about the Pisces woman, a lot of the videos you hear about the Scorpio woman are much based off of her. I have no other woman with these placements, and I study them, but I don't know any other as personal as I know this woman. And that's my twin flame. She's very cute. She's very tiny. She's like 5 feet tall. She's very quiet. She looks like an anime girl. She acts like one too. She acts like a little girl, because she is. But she's very intelligent, and she's very, very, very calculated. So that's my girl. That's my twin flame. I see her as my wife. I enjoy spending time with her. I enjoy talking to her. I talk to her almost every day. And we also talk telepathically. But it's my job as the more quote-unquote evolved or mature twin flame to guide her. And especially as a man, it's my job to guide her in the right direction. Because she is kind of lives in la la land all the time. All of her brain power goes to me, pretty much. She's pretty much obsessed with me all day long. All she does is think of me and how much she loves me. And I have caused her much distress. I've made her cry many times. I've done many things to her. And A lot of the videos that I make are because of her. Because, have you ever done, like, has someone ever asked you for something? Or like, you see like a little puppy, and the puppy is just so nice to you, you can't help but be mean to it. And when you're mean to it, you feel bad. That is my relationship with my twin flame. I am a super mean guy, because I am a super no BS, no bullshit. But, this girl has opened my heart, and I can admit that. So, that is my twin flame. That is my twin flame. Why do I say she's not my wife now? And why do I not really care? Because you don't need to care about these things. A key lesson for the twin flame relationship, stop trying to control everything. You don't have to want anything. I don't even want us to be together. Because we already are. I don't want us to be together. I don't want us to try to get along with each other. I don't want us to do anything. I don't want to make her mad. I don't want to make her sad. I don't want to prove anything to her. I don't want to do any additional work because I understand the purpose of the twin flame relationship now. Detachment is the key to all of this. If you're in a twin flame relationship and you're trying to make things work, the key is to stop trying. The universe works in mysterious ways, and once you are detached from everything, think of every time you were detached from something. Every time you stopped wanting something, it's when it came to you. And that's one of the biggest lessons with the twin flame, because the twin flame relationship is helping you ascend spiritually. So when you stop getting mad, when you stop trying to control, and when you stop trying to prove, when you stop getting triggered by your twin flame, that's always the time that to come back in your life. Because you're learning deeper lessons about yourself, you're learning deeper parts and intuition. That's the number one thing I've learned in the twin flame relationship. You are each other. So you need to stop trying to control yourself, because the law of detachment is what is going to bring you guys together. Number two thing I've learned from a twin flame, why I don't care about things, is all things happen in divine timing. Not only do all things happen in divine timing, even you watching this video right now happening in divine timing, but also love is something that goes beyond just you and your twin. That's the truth. Love is something that goes beyond you and your twin flame. It is. Love is something that connects people. It connects people together. It connects families together. It connects everybody together. It's not just you and your twin flame, right? You guys have a job. You guys have a mission. You have a duty here. Through me and my twin connecting, I have met many new people. I've become very close to her mother. I've become very close to her brother. And I've met many people just through the lessons of wisdom that I learned from the mirror of my soul. So yeah, it's all to come. It's all to be. Because her mom actually asked me all the time. Well, you know how moms do it. A mother knows what's best for her daughter. So her mom's always talking to me. Her mother is actually a Virgo woman. So much of the videos I make on Virgo women is inspired by my twin flame's mom. And of course my best friends and stuff. Not the ones about making out. No, I haven't done that. But I understand the mind of the Virgo woman, the Pisces woman, the Sagittarius woman, Scorpio Venus woman, all very well. Because I'm very close to it every day. I'm exposed to their energy every day. I understand it. Yeah, it's funny. Her mom always does these things. Like, talks about her daughter in front of me. Whenever me and my twin flame argued, or whenever we stopped talking to each other, her mom would come and talk to me about her. So, you know, people around you will recognize the power of the twin flame relationship. And what I'm telling you this is love connects you guys. It doesn't connect you, it connects communities, it connects people. It connects people together. So there's no rush. There's no rush ever for the twin flame relationship. Just learn what needs to be learned. Sometimes you just need to detach and stop trying to control, stop trying to be triggered by this person. And all you have to do is understand that everything's predestined anyways. People say things like, you won't marry your twin flame, you're not meant to be with your twin flame. Are you not meant to be with yourself in this lifetime? Is that the truth? I don't know. I don't know. But you guys are meant to teach each other. You guys are meant to grow. Every single thing that triggers you about your twin flame is something that grows. And a lot of what has triggered me is just chilling out and stop trying to control life. Every time I've tried to control life, or every time I've done something, I've made my twin flame cry and extremely upset. It always makes me feel bad. I'm like, ah. So through her love, through her pure-hearted love, Scorpio Scriptures was born. And that is the power of the twin flame love, right? Because who knows how many people have influence now? Who knows how many people not only influence might, right? But you know how far this work will go. Who knows? I checked my video views last night. We have about 8.5 million video views. That's a lot for a new channel. It's only about half a year old. So the love of two Venus and Scorpios, which is me and my twin flame, when we connected, we created the Scorpio Scriptures. And we've already had 8.5 million video views just from the energy dancing together, right? The cosmic dance of the twin flame energy created all of this. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys learn something. It's that love connects everything. Love connects communities, love connects people, love connects everything. It makes you want to grow, it makes you want to flow, it makes you want to do more. And that's why the Scorpio Scriptures was created. It was actually created to help you find love in your life. That's what I want. Because understand, when you find the love in yourself and you begin to nourish it and let it flow and grow, beautiful things happen. The key to life, not only life and wealth, is love. If you want to get rich, or if you want to live a great life, well, you're going to need a certain amount of money. But if you do everything from a place of love, that is the one thing that is infinite, because love is infinite and it goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So it's a great thing. It's a fantastic thing. Twin flame is like the cherry on top of life. So I hope that answers your question. I went a little deeper, but I don't talk about this much, because if you talk about twin flame in real life, people don't really understand. But I understand. She understands. Her mom understands. Who's her best friend. So that's all. You know, that's all. It is great. It is very great. Actually, her grandma calls me her grandson, even though I never met her. I met her like one time. So I guess, you know, well, things are to come and things are to be. That's just the way life is. No rush. I don't want her, you know, I don't want to put any pressure on my twin flame. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything, really. I just want to sit and observe and let the flow take over. And when you let everything come from a place of flow, it's like this video. It's been 20 minutes. I'm telling you guys. When I speak on the video, when I speak on the microphone, it's not a conscious thing. I'm a vessel, an instrument for the divine state, the divine one higher God, higher being, frequency of the universe. That's all I am. I'm just a vessel of love being expressed through the filter of a Scorpio man and bring it back to you so you can hear your message, understand what you need to understand, do what you need to do, and get what you need to get in this lifetime to grow and to progress on your journey of love. That's all. So thank you very much for the question. I believe her name is Mia, M-E-A. Is that right? M-E-A. We'll see you next time.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, Master J. In the flesh, I'm a real person. If you enjoyed the Scorpio Scriptures, I want to give you some more in-depth info. Check out the Scorpio Man Playbook. We just launched. You can get the paperback on Amazon, and you can check out our ebooks and audiobooks all on ScorpioScriptures.com. You want to check out my second book, Master Level Alignment, How to Enter the Universal Flow of Abundance. This will help you grow very much spiritually. If you like our Scorpio Scriptures artwork, like so, we've just launched on our new merch site, Scorpio Scriptures merch, a whole collection of stickers, shirts, all these things Scorpio related. This one is my favorite here. It says #ByBecky. So hit the link in the description of the video below. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube. You can connect on all of our platforms there. You can DM me your questions, etc. Maybe I'll answer them, or maybe I'll #ByBeckyU. I appreciate you guys' support. It's your man Jay, signing out. Peace.